Welcome back to Hall of Fame College Football. I'm your host, Jason Watkins, back with the frenemy, Mr. Bryce Pinson. If you love college football, you're definitely in the right place. So before you forget, smash that subscriber button, like our videos, and make sure to ring that bell so that you do not miss one moment of the Hall of Fame College Football podcast. If you were expecting to hear Nobody's Safe, you're still in the right place. We have rebranded to Hall of Fame College Football. We are part of the Hall of Fame Media Group. And, well, we'll talk a little bit more about the new branding coming up soon, but you're definitely in the right place. We're going to break down in our front seven best bets for the first week of college football 2022. This game coming up is Florida State 1-0 heading into Death Valley to face the LSU Tigers and new head coach Brian Kelley. Florida State's getting 3 points here. That's not that much to be going into LSU. It kind of tells you that maybe the Sharps are a little bit on Florida State. We're going to break down for you what we think and why and what bet you should make at the window this morning. Okay. After that, we're going to talk a little bit about number 11 Oregon heading into Atlanta, the Mercedes-Benz Dome, and facing the number 3 ranked defending national champion Georgia Bulldogs and Kirby Smart, getting 17.5 points. We'll also talk about the 5th ranked Notre Dame Fighting Irish and new head coach Marcus Freeman taking his squad into the Horseshoe in Columbus, Ohio to face Heisman favorite CJ Stroud, Ryan Day, and the 2nd ranked Ohio State Buckeyes. They're also getting 17.5 points. Is that going to be enough? We'll let you know right after these ones. As you know, you can definitely check out the previews that we've already done. Link above, description below. Let's get into LSU and Florida State now. On Sunday night, we're going to move to the Sunday night game real quick. It's Florida State at LSU. Obviously, this is. Give me the line on that one again.
Give me a second. That's Sunday night. This one was hard.
Florida State at LSU. This is Brian Kelley's
-2.5. It moved from -3 to -2.5. That tells me the Sharps like Florida State, and I'll tell you the Sharps are absolutely wrong.
Yeah, I don't like, and you know what?
It's not even the Sharps. You know what it might be too? It might be the fact
this could be betting.
Well,
that's good.
Jason,
that's probably a betting.
The last thing we saw was last week, Florida State destroying a garbage team. We know that they have one of the better dual threat quarterbacks in the country. We saw them freaking light it up. And I think that the last thing we remember is Florida State being pretty dang good. And now the line moves half a point. I think that's what it is. But we haven't seen LSU yet.
Listen, and here's the thing. I think that there's a lot of folks that, Florida State's fan base is different. I'm not saying that LSU doesn't have a fabulous fan base, because it does. But Florida State's fan base seems to be a bit more spread out is what I would get at. So you're going to get a lot more betting on a Florida State team in Vegas than you're probably going to get an LSU team from fans, I should say, from fans, right? I mean, people in Vegas they love to bet LSU because it's LSU. But I got to tell you, what I look at in this is that Florida State, yes, are they on their way back? Probably. Do you know what it's like to go into freaking Tiger Stadium in Baton Rouge? It's comparable to going into Texas A&M. It's just insanity there. Death Valley, they call it. This is a place that you go, and it's not a place to. This is not
a good place
for you to have to
Death
start
Valley,
off the damn season with a new and I don't care if they like Brian Kelley there, they don't. They're going to love him by the time this is all over.
I agree. He
the
could
guy
be there
has
for
been a
years.
good coach. The guy has been a good coach for a long time. There's a reason they gave him $100 million. There's a reason. The dude knows what he's doing. Okay, and I'm going to tell you now. With the quarterback they have coming in, I know that it's taken him a long time to pick him, but this kid, what's his name again?
Jaden Daniels.
Arizona State.
Jaden Daniels.
Oh, name is right on the tip of my tongue, too. Jaden Daniels. This is a dual threat guy. He fits in well with what they are star-studded at every position. Florida State may be on its way back. LSU never left. The coach was not doing well at LSU. It wasn't that they didn't have players. they are going to be fine. They're going to be fine. I don't think that this is a hard one, particularly. I think that LSU covers this and then some.
So Coach O, right? He was the one that left. Is that right?
Yeah, and things were just changing.
But that's fine. Either way, all I'm saying is the big deal here is you get Brian Kelley's coaching with Coach O's players. Coach O's players are still good, a lot of them. I know he didn't have the greatest recruiting class when he left, but a lot of the But anyway, I'm going to keep going. And
I think it was 12 or 13, though.
Yeah, no doubt. It's still great. And so another thing that I like about Brian Kelley is the holes that he didn't like. They did really well in the transfer portal, like free agency. Let's just call it free agency. They brought in 5 guys on offense and 4 guys on defense. They got Jaden Daniels that I love from Arizona State. I think if he puts together a good season, he is an NFL talent. This guy's going to play in the league if he puts together a good season.
Damn sure has the athleticism to play.
They have one of the best wide receivers. They have one of the best wide receivers in the country. Yep, I'm going to say his name wrong. You said it right, Keishawn Butte. That guy is fun to watch. I can imagine they always have a good running back. Offensive line's always good. LSU,
their defense is always lighting people up.
Florida State,
I don't think,
like you said, kind of with the Florida thing. You're like, you know what? We're betting based off of hope. You don't need hope to bet on LSU. You're betting on talent.
Talent.
And coaching.
They keep the best of Louisiana around. Louisiana is a hotbed for football players. They get a lot of guys from Texas. They get a lot of guys from Florida. This is not a problem for them. I think that they did themselves a favor. They didn't get Lincoln Riley. I think that was the best thing that could have happened to LSU. Lincoln is not a defensive coach. I think he should have taken that job. But I think that you got Brian Kelley. I think that you got the right guy here. I think that they're a dark horse. For me, I like them better than I like Texas A&M this season. I know nobody else does. I do. So I feel like this is one of your dark horse, really, really good teams at LSU this season.